World Civs Project, Lucas Lang and Leo Harper. The French Revolution took place from 1789 to 1799 and was a major turning point in the European political and social history. France went from a monarchy run by King Louis XVI to a republic run by the French people and then a dictatorship run by Napoleon. There are many reasons that the revolution started, however, some of the main reasons that it started were because of the French people's disagreements with the king because of his inability to deal with the country's rapidly declining financial situation. In addition to the issues the French people had with King Louis XVI, the Enlightenment period also had a major influence on the revolts. This was because during the Enlightenment period, many philosophers had new ideas about government which eventually spread to the French people. Because of the philosophers such as Montesquieu, John Locke, Voltaire, and Rousseau, new ideas about government were formed and these philosophers gained many followers, being the French people. These and many more philosophers are how the French people got their ideas about a new government, which caused them in the end to revolt. Other reasons include food shortages and intolerance of religion. Because of these issues, French people overthrew King Louis XVI and started a government where elected officials would run the country. This was called a republic. The beginning of the revolution was caused when the 30th state was locked out of the meeting of the Estates General because they wanted to make a new constitution. The first two estates locked them out. The third estate swore that they would make a new constitution. After this was known as the Tennis Court Oath. During the moderate phase of the revolution, the Declaration of the Rights of Man and the Citizen was adopted by the National Assembly in declaration. It stated that all men are equal, which was a strong belief of Rousseau, who was a philosopher. The radical phase was the Reign of Terror, which was developed when France was at threat of being attacked by foreign enemies. As a result of this, France tried to kill eternal enemies. Close to 40,000 people were killed, 16,000 by the blade of a guillotine, including King Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette. This is related to Hobbes. Citizens were held on a tight leash. When someone would rebel against the ideas or law set by the National Convention or Committee of Public Safety, they'd be punished by being guillotined in public. This is a fear tactic. If fear was placed into the people who wanted to act out or rebel, this made them no longer want to, which is what Hobbes believed was necessary to do, which ties perfectly into one of the Enlightenment ideas. The Age of Napoleon. Napoleon was made fun of by his peers for being short, poor, and speaking an Italian accent in his younger years. He would later study the works of philosophers and great military leaders from the past. He moved up in the rankings of the military quickly. While serving as the commander of the French armies in Italy, he was sent to attack India, but British blockade caused him to flee back to Paris, where Napoleon formed a new government called the Consulate. 2 years following the formation of the Consulate, he named himself Emperor Napoleon I, an absolute ruler. Being an absolute ruler, his word was final. According to Hobbes, Napoleon should be able to control the church, make laws, and run the government. Napoleon did all of this.